So in the month of Ramadan, we need to be switching off from those messages. And psychologists have done many studies of young people in particular and their overdosing on social media and texting and notifications and the endless bombardment. And they come up with all kinds of new acronyms. One of them is FOMO, fear of missing out. Young people really don't want to miss the latest video about who is doing what, and so they watch it. And you can see them on trains and they're plugged in and they're just scrolling and scrolling, looking at whatever is new, so that when they text their friends back or when they talk to them physically, which still sometimes happens, they're in the loop. And the status anxiety that comes from not having seen the latest video is eliminated. And this is really very unhealthy, because the brain is really designed for a very simple lifestyle, a hunter-gatherer lifestyle, when there aren't millions of stimulations. And people are sitting back and looking at the clouds and wondering when the wind will change so that perhaps the herd of bison will come their way. That's really what we're for. We're not designed for this overload of messaging. Still less for this overload of really trivial messaging. And so it seems to me that one of the things we can do to get more out of the fasting month is just to switch the devices off. So many people go through their lives with the latest mobile phones, checking them every 2 minutes. That's never really useful. Maybe if you're in a certain line of work, you're a journalist or something, you have a deadline, you have to catch the late... Maybe. But most of us are not like that. Most of us can check their messages maybe 5 times a day max. And not right before going to sleep, because you're really going to do something about it when you're about to go to sleep. And in Ramadan, we really need to watch our sleep and to make sure that we get that proper sleep, that REM sleep. Because Fajr is still early, Tarawih is still late, most of us have to work, bosses don't like it if you take a qaylula, a nap in the early afternoon, and towards the end of Ramadan there can be real fatigue setting in, which can diminish what we get out of the fast. So switch it off before going to sleep. This should be a good Ramadan practice. I would suggest no blue light screening between witr prayer and going to sleep. That blue light from the screen is something that replicates aspects of the spectrum that daylight uses, and therefore the brain is programmed to wake up when it sees that kind of light. Keep it off at night.